Title insurance, oh, where art thou, title insurance? Good afternoon, this is Martin Taggart with Team Real Estate, powered by the mammoth engines that are eXp Realty, because we are international, worldwide, and getting big. Look, title insurance, completely misunderstood topic by most clients and consumers, as well as by most agents. Listen, title insurance is not some random additional charge that somebody is trying to take your money away for in the middle of a real estate transaction. Title insurance, as the name implies, is an insurance policy. That insurance policy is comprised of two halves that fit together like a handshake, right? On the seller side, the seller is delivering a warranty of sorts that this is a clear and marketable title, that there are no liens against title. If there are mineral rights or water rights that have been sold in times past, it's recorded there. It reflects what takes place in the deed. Title insurance is designed on the seller side to provide a warranty to the buyer, right? Now there's an exception to this, and we'll get to that in 1 second, right? In real estate, there's an exception to everything. You got to kind of keep up with the world there in terms of experience. On the buyer side, when they purchase their half of the title insurance, their half of the title insurance is the second half that ensures that on the buyer side, they're purchasing the title under a set of specific conditions. Those specific conditions include clear and marketable title, if there is a lien or two, that they're paid off, hey, that the seller's mortgage gets paid off. All those things are kind of important, I think. If you're in a tax district where you're still paying monthly money to a tax district for a sewer connection, as an example, that will be included in title policy as well. All those things are reflected, as well as information related to the HOA. So what's the exception? The exception is when the buyer's paying cash, because this is where things get interesting. When the buyer purchases a title policy, their half of the title policy, which is usually paid by the buyer, the seller pays for the seller's side. When the buyer pays for their half, they're passing that coverage along to the lender. So there is no title policy available for purchase to the buyer when they're paying with cash. They have to use the seller's side and rely upon it and it only. Sometimes this frustrates buyers, is what it is. That's how things work in Kansas and Missouri. So when you're thinking about title insurance, who can sell it to you? Well, that'd be a title company, of course. You can't go buy it on your own, and title insurance is not something for which the rates are negotiable. Why? Because title insurance rates are capped and administered by the State Insurance Commission for the state in which it is issued. There's really no negotiating for it. It's sold for the value of the insurance. That's how it's put together. Can the title policy you had when you bought the home be used when you sell the home at a huge discount? No. In days past, there was a 40 to 60% discount if the title policy holder, when they bought the home, passed that along to the seller, as a seller, to the new buyer when they sell their home. Took me 1 second there to sort that through. That's not the case anymore. Whoever's issued, there are 3-4 basic companies that issue most of the title policies in the US. Everybody else brokers those companies. So there's already the back ends are connected on these things when it comes to the records themselves. It is important on the title side, at least for us here in Kansas City, we like to see the title be sold by 2 different title companies. We like to see the seller have their own and the buyer have their own. Why? Because if there's a legal argument, an attorney and an attorney's firm represents each title company individually. If there's 2 separate title policies, there always is, and they're issued by 2 separate companies, then you've already hired an attorney to go after the other party in the event there's what's called a defect on title. So, for all of you who've listened this far and you've heard me nerd out, here's what this boils down to. Title insurance is exactly that. It's an insurance policy indicating that there's no defects on title on your purchase or on your sale. Title companies are backed by an attorney. That attorney represents your side of the transaction. That's why it's a good idea to do what's called a split closing. Each side has their own title company. Each side has their own attorney representing them. Finally, title fees are typically the same from company to company to company. So why do you see people like Team Real Estate, why do we recommend one title company over another? That's easy. Service. service levels are not the same. You might decide to go, I don't eat fast food, but you might decide to go to McDonald's on corner A because they have great service. People are always smiling. They hand you your food with a smile. The food's always hot. It's probably going to kill you, but that's not the point. They give good service. You might go to this other McDonald's or avoid this other McDonald's because it has bad service, because these people are gruff. They don't smile. They grab your credit card and slash it through the machine. It takes them forever to get the food to you. And when they do, the hot food is lukewarm and the drinks are also lukewarm because they're minus a lot of ice. Title companies win or lose the game based on service. We recommend the title companies that our clients love the best and have for many years. I know this helps. Martin Taggart, Team Real Estate. Why? Because life is better with the team.